Ladies and gentlemen, what the heck are you doing, man? You got a couple watches here? Okay, let's get something out of the way. I've been off sugar and gluten for 65 days. On December 18, I went off sugar and gluten, weighed 245. Yesterday after my workout, I weighed 222. That's 23 pounds lost in 65 days. All right, we got that out of the way. A little weight check. I got a couple of watches here. Let's take this beauty here. This is a Seiko Marine Monster. It has excellent loom. It has end mill bracelet on it. I don't like the stock bracelet. You can see the color of the dial there. I'm calling it the Marine Monster. I think I heard Random Rob refer to it as that. I have a Green Hulk Jade Monster coming in the next week, and I'll either keep both of them or sell one depending on what I think about the situation. And it's a very nice watch. I think everyone knows it's a legendary watch. Look at that bad boy. And I needed a beater watch for when I ride my bike with my girls. If I fall down, I don't want to scratch up this monster. So I bought something for $35. And the question is this Norway homage to the monster, which I got on eBay for $35, is it worth it? It has a Citizen Miyota quartz movement, which is good. It looks okay. It doesn't really have any loom to speak of, but it was $35. Is it worth $35? I don't know. You know why I don't know? I don't know what kind of material this is. Is it stainless steel? Hey, here's the thing. If it is stainless steel, then it's probably worth the $35 I spent on it. But if it's nickel and it's been plated with something and it's going to rub off, and I'm trying to rub it off, I don't know, then it's not worth $5. So if anyone knows if this is stainless steel, please let me know. Here's the thing, man. The description that the eBay seller has does not indicate if it's stainless steel. And that really annoys me because he spends so much time pumping smoke up our you-know-whats about this watch. But give us some facts about it, man. Tell me, what kind of material did you use? Did you use stainless steel, for example? And here's the thing, man. He has kind of a hokey, cheesy marketing campaign for selling this watch. He says, Norsk began in 2006 when Norwegian designer Brian Undlin was granted the privilege by the Olympic Committee of presenting his watch design to the medal winners of the Winter Olympics, where Norway shines brightest, in Torino. Okay, that sounds interesting. The watch comes with a certificate naming the member of Norway's Olympic Committee who authorized the watches to be presented to the medal-winning athletes. And now, his little story gets a little weird, ladies and gentlemen. He goes on to write, I understand some people's skepticism concerning the Olympic claim. Because of this, I have been reported to eBay many times, and even the FBI. But the reason the ad and the claim remain is because it is true. Please understand that although I received verification from the Olympic Committee that the watches would be given to the athletes, they were sent as presents. I am not representing that the Olympic Committee commissioned me to have these made and then presented them as the official Olympic watch of Norway. And that's weird. That's a kind of a convoluted story. I could give presents to Olympic athletes. I could send my used blue jeans to Olympic athletes. Doesn't mean my used blue jeans are worth anything. Why don't you tell us something about the watch, about what kind of materials there are, not some weird story about how these were given to people in the Olympics. I find that, and you were reported by the FBI because you have some weird story that no one understands? You're not telling us if this is stainless steel? I'm offended, man. So clearly it's an homage to the monster. Have mercy on us all. So here's what I want to say about it. I don't know if it's stainless steel. It is a beater watch. If I ruin it at the beach or while I'm bicycling with my daughters, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But honestly, I don't like it. Just because, not because of the watch itself, but because of the hokey story. I'm offended. I don't like people blowing smoke up my you-know-what. I'm offended by it. I like authenticity. I like a watch that sells on its own merits. I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I have a watch box that I keep my watches in. I don't even keep this $35 watch in that box. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when I used to go to video stores in the 1980s. So you have your main video floor where you could get legit videos, but then there was a special room. And there was an archway with this brown curtain, and the curtain was threadbare, and it had a scrim of dust and flesh-eating bacteria on it, and it had like 6 red light bulbs over the archway, and you never saw anyone go in there. That's where the illicit adult videos were. They were kept hidden behind that curtain. And this junky watch I got, I keep it in its box in a drawer. It is the equivalent of those illicit videos in those video stores I used to go to in the 1980s. I don't even want it in my collection. Having it is giving me anxieties. I think I might just give it away. I should have just got an Echozilla. I don't know. And I'm not even offended by this cheap little watch that you could get at the bottom of a box of Cracker Jacks that much for 35 bucks. I'm offended by this whole Olympics story. It smells rank, smells fishy, smells like fraud, it smells phony, and it gives me this sort of, this bad vibe. I don't like it. I'm getting angry just thinking about it. So I don't know, I might just give it away because of the story. I don't like people coming up with weird stories. So I wanted to get that off my chest. Now, let's see, does this have any prints on it? I showed you this, and it had smudges on it. It was disgusting. I think I cleaned it off this time so you could behold the nice blue dial. I've been wearing the Seiko Transocean a few times, and I want to just give you an update on it. I'm not liking the light here. Come on, okay. What I like about this watch at 44 millimeters, I like the sapphire, I like the Loom, love the color of the blue dial, love the integration of the bracelet into the case, love the fact that it's got DiaShield anti-scratch coating. What do I find about it that I'm not too wild about? Not exactly in love with the ceramic bezel. It's okay, it outlines it nicely. It almost shrinks it a little bit. It almost makes this 44 play like a 42. I've thought of selling it. I'm inclined to keep it right now because I just can't think of any watch that I would get at this price point that has this has these features. It is a really nice blue. I love having a nice blue watch in my collection. You know, I go a little bit crazy. You know how watch collectors are. We like to smash our collection up and start over again. We're crazy. So I even played with the idea of selling a half a dozen watches and buying a Seiko MM600. This seller in El Segundo, which is close to me, he had one for like under $3K. He just brought the price up. He must have looked around at the prices on eBay. Ooh, that's a little low. And he put it back up to 34. So I'm not as tempted now. But ooh, boy. You know, I don't know if a dude at my income should be walking around with a $3,400 watch on his wrist. I might go crazy. That might create more problems than it solves. But yeah, I'm keeping this for now. Like I said, it's just the bezel that bugs me a little bit. Hey, I want to tell you guys something. I'm upset. I found a dream watch for under 500 bucks and I can't buy it. It doesn't exist. It was a Kickstarter watch. I was watching the time teller and he was talking about this watch called Pantor. And I looked up Pantor and it's a Hong Kong micro brand, and it led me to another brand that might be the same people, might be the same micro brand. And it's called the Undive. And it's called the Undive Dark Diver, I believe. Dark Sea. And I'm going to leave you a link in my description. It's a 45mm watch. It's got a Seiko movement in it. It's got Sapphire Super-Luminova. I'm kind of heartbroken. That's like one of my favorite watches I've ever seen, and it's under 500. It's sold out, man. Kickstarter, it was sold out like in November of 2017. I'm sure you will see greedy pigs selling it for $1,000 on eBay. I'm not going to participate in that nonsense. So I wanted to get that off my chest, man. I bought an Homage with a crazy story that offended me. And because I was so offended by the story about the Olympics, I may have to give that watch away. The good news is, I only spent $35 on it, and I can get classy with my Seiko Transocean Blue at my slim body weight of 222 pounds and continuing to lose. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I am out.